We got Elimination Chamber that's going to be coming up this Saturday, February 18th in Montreal, Quebec, Canada at the Bell Center. 5 matches. This is going to be easy peasy. Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. 1-on-1. Doesn't look like there's a gimmick match attached to this. Doesn't look like, unless they reveal at the start of the match, unless something goes down where Brock says, Bobby, you didn't read the fine print, boy. Well, he better not say boy. That's some fighting words right there. Unless, which I doubt, because remember, one of the last things that Bobby Lashley had said to Lesnar from Monday's Raw, hey, I looked at your contract. My girl looked at the contract. My kids looked at the contract. My chauffeur, my butler, right? My gardener looked at the contract, right? So he can't really pull a curveball and say, oh, gimmick match. I'm going to stick to what I have been teasing for the past week. I'm doubling down. Fuck finish. I'm seeing this be a fuck finish. Whether it's a double count out or it is a double disqualification, I see some major big spot that's happening. I don't know if it's a case where they're fighting outside the ring and they're just continuing to brawl it out and everything and take it up to the stage ramp area. Lashley maybe spears Brock Lesnar through the LED board and you got sparks, wires flying all over the place. Fans are chanting. You bring EMTs out, all that good stuff. And that's how you can pretty much pull these guys off of television for about 2 weeks. Then you pretty much have Bobby make his return, say some crap. Lashley comes out, says some crap. Following week, make it official, right? Then have one last face-off / confrontation. These guys, make no mistake about it, these guys are going to be locking up at WrestleMania. They're going to run this back, and it's going to be some type of a gimmick match, whether it's going to be a no falls count anywhere, submission match only. I see something going down here for sure, but I'm looking at this as a gimmick, a way to get to that gimmick match at WrestleMania. So nobody wins. Again, double count out or double disqualification I'm looking at for this one. Edge, Beth Phoenix, the Grit couple taking on Judgment Day's Finn Bálor, Rhea Ripley, mixed tag team match. Well, I would like to believe that Damian Priest and Dominik Mysterio are definitely going to be at ringside. They're going to try to be up to their shenanigans or whatever. And this is where you essentially need to have some form of strength in numbers, if you will, right? Because with Damian Priest and Dominik Mysterio being there at ringside, you got to somehow negate those guys. So do you maybe negate those guys by having Street Profits come out there? That is one option. Another thing that you could potentially do is have Rey Mysterio make his return. Dominik could maybe be in a little bit of a position where he's very hesitant to fight his dad, and just the image of Dominik running away from his father, who is like 2 times shorter than him, right? That's kind of a nice, funny visual in itself. And so that pretty much eliminates Dom, and you can have Ray, but what's going on with Ray these days? Is he healthy? Is he good? What's going on from that standpoint? So you kind of have to have those playing in the back of your head, but they've built this up quite nicely to the point. I feel that on paper, this should be Edge and Beth. This should be Edge and Beth, because everything has pretty much culminated to this point, and it almost feels as though okay, this respected chapter for Rhea Ripley, this needs to end right here so that Rhea can just come out of it and focus squarely on her WrestleMania, right? Her WrestleMania match there against Charlotte Flair. I'm being a little bit quiet right now because I can't help but wonder, should it actually be Judgment Day that goes over? But see, if you have Judgment Day go over, you know, you understand what I'm saying? Then you're still going to continue to have this weird cycle that's going on here. So, yeah, I'm going to stick to Edge and Beth Phoenix. Just the totality of everything that's happened. This just screams Edge and Beth on paper. Wouldn't be surprised if there was a swerve right here, but I'm going to go with them. Asuka versus Liv Morgan versus Nikki Cross versus Raquel Rodriguez versus Natalya versus Carmella. Elimination Chamber match for a shot at the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania 39. So this is going to be for Bianca's title. All of these girls. So let's see here. Take out Natty. Take out Natty. Take out Liv Morgan. Take out Nikki Cross. Take out Raquel. I think this is going to come down to Asuka and Carmella. Asuka and Carmella. This is who it's going to come down to. And I love Asuka. Don't get me wrong. I love Asuka. And I like this new gimmick. Kind of a nice throwback to Kana, if you will. But I don't... God. Bianca needs a really good antagonist, man. Seriously, she really needs a good opponent. You know, someone she can really go back and forth trash talking with. And Carmella seems to be that one that could, I think, give it to her. I think. Raquel, still baking in the oven. She's coming along, but she's still baking. Nikki Cross... Yeah, no. Natty. Yeah. Carmella. Convince me otherwise, guys. This kind of screams Carmella, though. Wouldn't it be something if homegirl Chelsea Karen Green gets her way and she's able to get in there somehow? And if she is able to get in there, wow, talk about a WrestleMania moment. That'd be kind of interesting. I don't know. Kind of have that in the back of your head, but I'm going to stick with Carmella. Austin Theory defends the United States Championship against Seth Rollins, Johnny Gargano, Bronson Reed, Damian Priest, Montez Ford. Remember what I said from the Wednesday show, which was the number that Austin Theory had did on Seth Rollins. Is Seth really going to be able, by the time you get to Saturday's Chamber, is he going to be at 100%? And you would just like to believe that the commentators are going to stress the fact of what had went down on Monday Night Raw and everything, and bring into question, you know, just how ready to go is Seth Rollins going to be and everything. So kind of keeping that in mind, I like the idea I had mentioned on Monday's show, which was episode 1002. The idea that Seth Rollins may be one of the first two people to be eliminated. I like that idea. You gotta have Austin Theory, or maybe you don't. Maybe you don't. I was gonna say you gotta have Austin Theory come out of this the winner going into WrestleMania, but with everything that has been teased with Austin Theory here and there, you're kind of under the impression that Theory is going to have his respected moment at WrestleMania, but not as a United States champion. See, this is tricky. Because on the one hand, you're looking at Montez Ford and you're going, if there was ever a guy, if there was ever, let's go already, Montez Ford. Lot of an uprise there in that Montez Ford, okay? But I like the idea more of Austin Theory going to the WrestleMania weekend and talking about how he's essentially the greatest United States champion of all time. You know, really, he's just, his head is in the clouds as he's talking about how he beat not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 other guys to retain his United States championship, and how he is just the all-time greatest United States champion that there is. And if anybody's got an issue with that, right, cue up the music, John Cena comes out. And we all know that period of time when John Cena was the United States champion, just how much of a great fighting champion, the quality of really damn good matches that he had when he was the United States champion. I got to go with Austin Theory for the retain, for the sole purpose. Theory, Cena, United States title, WrestleMania. Let's go. That's where I'm heading with that one. Let's see. I think one match is left on that note. Roman Reigns defending. Wait, we're already there? Wow. I thought Sami Zayn and yeah, okay, that is it. Okay, good. Roman Reigns defends the Undisputed Universal Championship against Sami Zayn. Here's the thing that people need to understand in regards to this. In regards to this. If you really go back and trace the history of this bloodline story involving Sami Zayn from the minute that he got involved and all of that, remember, Jey Uso was always the one that was looking at Sami and going, I don't really think we can trust this dude. I ain't really feeling this dude. There's something off about this man. Okay? You know, he was the main one that was pretty much saying right then and there, yo, no, of all the people to do business with, no, we should not have this guy be involved in this, telling you this is a bad idea on so many levels. No. And I kind of feel as though, yeah, everybody's so caught up in the whole Sami Zayn. He's got to become the WWE Universal Champion. It's got to be him. And like, I hear where people are coming from. I really do. And any other time, I would be right there with you guys and everything. But for me, this story arc, it's always kind of felt more to me as a wrestling fan, watching everything that's been happening with Roman Reigns and his dominance and everything. I never, not once, ever felt that Roman, Sami, I always felt that, no, what's happening with Roman right now, we're on this journey of seeing him potentially lose the titles at WrestleMania, whether it's in one match or he's going to do 2 matches during the course of 2 Mania appearances, right? Night 1, night 2. You know, he's going to defend, in 2 nights, basically. I've always felt that in regards to Sami Zayn, that, it's great what you got going on here between the two. It's great how Sami Zayn has essentially be able to rise through the ranks and all of that. But just because he's rising through the ranks and he's proving that he can be a very strong supporting character, it doesn't mean that you gotta make that person be the lead. Remember what I was talking about a couple of weeks ago, Night Court, you got the reboot that's back and everything. And I had went down this quick story of how John Larroquette, during the original run of Night Court, he had a opportunity to bring the Dan Felding character to NBC and its own respected spinoff. Everything would just be focused on him. And at this point, John Larroquette, he could have had anything that he wanted because he was winning Emmys left and right for his portrayal of Dan Felding. He decided ultimately, nah, I don't want to do that because I really know the strength of this character and the way this character works, the way this character really thrives is by being a side act, is basically getting the ball, getting it warmed up, getting it good and ready, and then passing it on to the next person, right? And that's how I've always looked at Sami Zayn and his contributions to the bloodline, okay? There's nothing wrong with being a great, strong, supporting act, right? Not every single, look, Carol O'Connor, the late Carol O'Connor, great actor, great freaking actor. But we all can be in agreement. Once you had got to Archie Bunker's place, you really then realize that, yeah, Archie Bunker, not so much as strong. Now that you've taken away Gloria, you've taken away Meathead Michael, you've taken away Edith, you've taken away the Jeffersons. Yeah, he's not as good as okay. So yeah, I say all that. And for me, I really feel that all these tests that have gone down with Sami Zayn time and time again, I really feel as though the twists that we got coming to this, make no mistake about it, Jey Uso will make his presence felt. Jey and Jimmy Uso, they definitely are going to make their presence felt. Okay. Looks as though by all reports that's being put out there, the Usos, they are cleared to, there's no visa problems, there's no ban in effect or whatever. They are allowed in Montreal, Quebec. Okay. And, apparently they actually will be there. Okay. So, and even if you want to maybe take that with a, with a grain of salt, I would say, okay, you can go ahead. You can take it with a grain of salt, right? But trust your eyes on this one, right? Just follow the story arc. Trust your eyes on this one. This feels to me that when it counts the most, Jey Uso will play a role and he will fuck Sami out of this opportunity. Jey Uso is still attached to the bloodline. Make no mistake about that. He is still bloodline through and through. Roman Reigns retains, but the finish to this is where I'm a little bit miffed. That's where I'm kind of struggling a little bit here. I can definitely see Solo Sikoa come out. I can see Jimmy. I can see Jay. I can see Kevin Owens come out, do a little something. Jay would be the last one. If you're doing this right, Jay would be the last one to come out. In the way that you need to set this up, you need to have Jay come at a pivotal moment where so many people are down. There's so many bodies everywhere. Jay